Oh, I love DSP Gaming. He is one of the best LPers in existence. I would get up every morning and watch his playthroughs. He was always posted a lot. I can't do this voice. I already know that this creepypasta is gonna be bullshit because the second sentence is he's one of the best LPers in existence. Okay, let's start again. I loved DSP Gaming. He is one of I can't. I loved DSP Gaming. He is one of the best LPers in existence. I would get up every morning and watch his playthroughs. He always posted a lot, so he wouldn't ever be out of content to watch. My favorite LP of his was Fallout 3. My dream was to stay with Phil and play games with him. He seemed like someone I would have fun playing. Wow, you're an idiot. One day I checked my YouTube subscriptions and found out that DSP was doing a contest. It wasn't for a box, but the prize was for his vacation to stay with the King of Hate himself. It would last for the weekend, and we would play games non-stop. If you're wondering about this video, DSP himself took it down after the whole contest was over. Likely story. I entered the contest, which turned out to be an endurance test to see who could go the longest without asking for a friend request. When I was notified that I had won, I was very excited. I would finally get to meet my idol, and the one that I kept on a pedestal. I was told that I would have to pay for the trip myself, but it was still worth it at the time. I can't give his address or location away, but I paid for the trip and arrived within a week. When I got to his area, it turned out he had been living in an apartment. I looked at the instructions that I had been given and made his way to his lair. When I opened the door, DSP was standing there. Congratulations on winning my contest. Congratulations on winning my contest, he said with a less excited tone. I wondered if he was tired, but I told him it was a huge honor to be there with him. That's when he changed from looking uninterested to laughing hysterically. Look how this guy sounds! I laughed with him since he looked to be the type to just joke around. Phil then invited me in and told me we were going to be playing Mario Party for the N64 first. It was a favorite game of mine and I knew how to play it. Phil got up and tried to plug in the N64. This was when things started to get weird. He had trouble getting the thing set up. He didn't know where the cords went, and he spent about 30 minutes trying to get the thing set up until he went to in frenzy. He picked up the N64 and threw it to the ground and did a hysterical laugh. Damn you, Miyamoto, for making this piece of shit of a system. Duh, Nintendo, duh, we stupid. He then told me that there was nothing he could do and how it wasn't his fault. I felt bad for him. I decided to be nice and go to a nearby resale shop that I found on the way and pick up a new N64 for Phil. It cost about $40, but it would hopefully make him feel better. I made it back and plugged it in the N64 and Phil started clapping like a seal. I was supposed to know that I was supposed to plug it into the TV? Stupid lazy developers! I put the game in and we were finally ready to start playing. DSP selected Wario and I as Yoshi. You're playing as that kitty character. I bet this guy goes out dressing like him too. He then did that stupid seal clap again. Once again, I thought he was joking at the time since it was his character and he was laughing. He was trying to do his best to act like his internet persona. We got to the first minigame, which was Platform Peril. DSP had a cocky expression, and I asked him if he played this before. He immediately pressed start and told me he didn't need practice. He was wrong. He fell on the very first jump and started throwing tantrum. Seconds later... Oh, I should have live streamed this. Seconds later, he yelled at the top of his lungs and said that he pressed the jump button. He did that laugh again, and I ended up winning. Shortly after getting my coins, we were taken back to the board map. This time, DSP managed to land on a chance time square, and the result wasn't pretty. He ended up having to give all his coins to me. What? 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 Are you kidding me? You're such a cheater. You hacked this game so that I would lose and you would win. This is stupid. Phil then threw the control. I can't do this. Okay. Phil then threw the controller down, and this is when I started questioning my idol's behavior. Was he serious? Was he not happy that I was doing good? Did he really want to win that badly? I was even tempted to ask him if he was pretending anymore. The next minigame was Shy Guy Says. and that minigame didn't go so well for DSP either. He was the first to get shot down by Shy Guy, and then he claimed that he pushed the right button. Phil got up and reset the console. You know what? I'm not gonna let you win this because you cheated. Kiss me fucking ass. He let out a burp without saying excuse me. We restarted the entire game, and this time I would try to lose so Phil would win, but even that didn't work out. Somehow, despite trying to do bad at the game, he still managed to suck even more than I did. He messed up at minigames before I could, and he would land on the red spaces, which took coins away. Stupid Miyamoto! DSP got up and reset the system again. This only continued on and on all day. We only managed to get one board done, and that was only because DSP won. You know the feeling that you get when you finally get what you find out you've been delusional this whole time? I finally knew what feeling it meant. Phil wasn't acting. He was really a complete douchebag, and I should have known better. When Phil got up and reset that stupid system one last time, I got up and told him that I had finally had enough of this bullshit. This game is stupid! Mario Party sucks! He said as he got the cartridge out and slammed it onto the floor. He slammed it so hard that the whole house shook, and his prized figure collection in the kitchen flew off the dinner table and shattered. What? How was I supposed to know that throwing something so hard would destroy my Batman collection? He then looked at me as if I was responsible. This is your fault. If you didn't cheat and hack the game, I would have gotten mad and done all this. You're paying for all the damages to my collection. I gave him the middle finger. Fuck you. I then walked out of his apartment and noticed that it was now dark outside. I was willing to find a hotel and stay for the night until morning and then drive back home. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, I heard the sound of a chainsaw starting up, followed by a familiar annoying laugh. I immediately screamed and started running. What? You ran for it? You mean you ran away from it? I tried to yell for help. Nobody answered. The whole area felt empty, as if DSP was the only living person in these apartments. I continued to try and cry for help, but nobody came. The sounds of the chainsaw were getting louder, and that stupid laughter continued echoing from the dark. I finally managed to get out of the apartment complex and tried to look for someone who actually acted like a human being. Even the areas around DSP's apartment were deserted. Suddenly, DSP came out from out of nowhere. Quit running! I screamed and made a dash for it, with DSP now behind me. I continued to scream. I continued to look for a way to escape. I had a rush to get the fuck out of here. This is really fair. How come you're faster than me? I was lucky that Phil was fat, or else he would have sliced me in half by now. Suddenly I hit a dead end, and sadly DSP had followed me. I was exhausted and trapped in one of the town's alleyways with an area blocked off by a huge stack of crates. DSP was ready to kill me until the juice in his chainsaw ran out. What? What? How is this fair? Immediately I jump kicked him in the stomach. I couldn't block! He said, lying on the floor in pain. Suddenly I found a nearby car that was unlocked, and I opened it and found that the keys were on the seat. I didn't care if I was stealing. I got into the driver's seat and got the fuck away from this hellhole. Whatever you do, don't assume that someone is awesome because of what they do. I still have the feeling that DSP is still searching for me to this day. I only hope that he doesn't find me. If he does find me, there's nothing I can do. Good whatever time you are listening to this, viewers, and thank you very much for listening to this dramatic reading I have done. I don't know if it's a creepypasta or a fanfiction that I just read, because I'm recording this outside of the time frame, but just so you guys know, I am continuing Fiction Fridays again, but it'll only continue as long as I get requests for creepypastas, or if I find something that just really stands out to me that I really want to read. I am planning on eventually reading some other creepypastas, but the ones I do have planned right now are pretty few and far between, so if you want me to read more often, then please, by all means, recommend me creepypastas or fanfictions to read in the comment section below. Or you can message me on Twitter or anything like that. But Fiction Fridays will only go on as long as I have stories that I am requested to read. So, thank you for taking the time to listen to this, and if you like what you heard, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. Have a good day. God bless, peace, pacham, and bye.